Hello, and we are back for week 14. We've only got 7 recruits for Old Dominion here in year 3 as we are approaching the final game of the regular season. You can see we've got some decent recruits, but it's not been the best class. You know, the class with Josh Silva, David Dixon, all those guys was a really good class that's brought on some good results. And here, an 8-game winning streak going into the final game of the regular season against UAB. Here, UAB, 4-game losing streak before they finally broke it with a win at Florida Atlantic. They hope to even up their record at 6-6 heading into another snowy game. We come back home to Norfolk, Virginia, and yes, it is snowing here just like it was in Middle Tennessee. So lots of snow as of late, I guess. Here we go, look at the division standings. UAB sits in 5th place. Could possibly go above Western Kentucky if they had the head-to-head win there, but Old Dominion, regardless of the result, has won the East Division and will be playing in the Conference USA Championship game. That is a big deal, but today we're hoping for win number 10. Best season yet for Old Dominion, with a lot of big things going forward. And I know I've been reading some comments, and a number of people have said, why not move Josh Silva to cornerback or wide receiver? He'd be much better there. He's not the best quarterback. And I do see what you're saying. I did recruit him to play cornerback originally, but he has a lot of potential at quarterback, and it is just his freshman year. Let's keep that in mind. He has a lot of development he can do going into next season in the future, and we could really see this offense take off. 3rd and 1 as we've opened up this game. Old Dominion with the ball. Dixon, nice running for 4 yards. And the first down. So we've seen that rushing attack be so effective this year. Silva can run. David Dixon, Harvey Taylor, all those guys, and Connor Martin. 8-yard reception for the tight end. Beautiful things coming for the ODU offense. It's not been the best year for UAB, and here Josh Silva on the option. This has been something that's been hit or miss. Silva can get some big gains, or he can get stuffed on those option plays, but he did very well there. 1st and 10, Silva gets sacked. We haven't seen too much of that. He generally avoids getting sacked, but that happened here. And now it's 3rd and 17 for Old Dominion. Look at Connor Martin getting the big gain in the first down. That's what he's there for. Big playmaker at tight end. He also can double as a slot receiver. Well, I shouldn't say he's a slot receiver, but we'll put him in there to kind of throw things off, throw some matchups off there, and make the plays happen. 2nd and 3, a bubble screen to Brivet. He's going to get about to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Things moving right along for Old Dominion as 2nd and goal inside the 5. Dixon stopped for a loss of 1. Good defense on that play. We'd be showing some strength on the defensive line. 3rd and goal. It's going to be a play action pass to the corner, or about the corner. Connor Martin was there but could not come up with it, as there were about 3 defenders to make that play. So it's a chip shot field goal for Anthony White, and he will be saying his goodbyes this season. But with a conference championship game and a possible bowl game, we'll be looking at 2 more games with him. Look at Alabama over Auburn. Big ranked matchup in that rivalry game there. 3-0 Old Dominion, though, here in the snowy conditions. How will the boys from Birmingham do? Not a lot of snow down there, so this is a bit unfamiliar territory for them, perhaps. Maybe Old Dominion has a bit of an advantage. 2nd and 10 for Brown now as he takes off. And oh, it's Anderson Miller all over that play. Number 93 has been big off the edge lately. He has been hot. He's been making those kind of plays. He's not a big guy. Pretty small, even for a defensive end, which generally can be smaller, so it has to be a little bit quicker. That would end the drive for UAB. Going forward now, Josh Silva drops back to pass, finds Adrian Bush, a name you don't hear very often. He's more of a blocking tight end. He doesn't catch too many passes, but he gets the job done there. 3rd and 5. Quick out route to Kevin Privet. And Silva is passing very well today. Perhaps motivated by some of the naysayers that he's not quite the quarterback we think he is. But then, just as soon as I say that, no sooner than me saying that does he throw an interception. Horrible pass, horrible decision to give UAB the ball right back, as it looked like ODU could go down and take a 2-score lead. Look at the defense, though, swarming to Darren Reeves. Oh my. Great defense, though. They've played very well this season. They're statistically one of the best defenses in the country, though they did get eaten up by Middle Tennessee in the last game, That should not have happened. Middle Tennessee is not a very good team. Nonetheless, though, it's 2nd and 8 for Brown as he drops back. Plenty of time, and he finds his man out of bounds. Yeah, that's where the catch was made out of bounds, so it was ruled incomplete. Big 3rd down for the ODU defense, leading by 3 still, and it's Brown to Brown. The Browns finding each other on that play, and it's a 1st down. UAB looking to drive now. They're past midfield on the option. Brown keeps it, and he's got plenty of room to work with. And a face mask penalty. Corey Taylor, the unnecessary face mask. He could have brought the quarterback down without a problem. Instead, he uses a face mask, and it's going to be 15 more yards tacked onto that. That's really unfortunate. Taylor's a very good, strong safety. He's been rolled in on rotation. We've been rotating that safety position between a number of players this season. And look at this hit. Oh, my. That was unbelievable. We got flipped upside down. Let's look at it again. Ortiz here, as you see, Travis Gonzalez gets the initial hit, and I believe, who is that? Chris Cleveland, who makes the 2nd hit there and flips him completely. His world turned upside down there for a moment. I'm sure that freaked him out. 3rd and goal upcoming after that big stop by Larry Alston. I'll just say Rob Mahan. Larry Alston on that play. I've been getting my defenders mixed up for some reason, but 3rd and goal, wide open in the corner. J.J. Green, their leading wide receiver on the year. UAB does have a decently talented receiving core, and their quarterback gets the job done. But overall, they've struggled defensively and do not have much of a running game, which is what's led them to just a 5-6 record coming into the game. But they take the lead 7-3 against the 9-2 Monarchs. It's David Dixon, a 12-yard gain, and 1,000 yards on the season. He's got a future ahead of him, just a freshman. Remember, Silva easily gets away from his defenders there, trying to get the 1st down. He gets out of bounds just shy. 2nd and inches out of the pistol, handoff, and Dixon goes straight up. What a hole that was for Dixon to run through. He had a lot of room to work with. That's what we want. We've seen our line get some good pushes so far today, especially in the run game. But I guess I keep jinxing things because that happened. No gain on the play. 3rd and 10 out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers for Silva. Looking now, the lefty throws to his right, and it's going to be Ellison who drops it. Ellison had it. Perhaps the snow, perhaps his momentum caused him to drop that ball. So it's still 7-3, 2nd and 2 for Darren Reeves on the handoff. Oh my, oh my, the missed tackling is just shameful. 21 yards. It's been an issue for Old Dominion sometimes. They look really good on some plays, and other plays they seem to just forget how to tackle completely. Look at TJ Ricks blow the hole, and this is making the defense look silly again. The tackling is absolutely horrendous on the past several plays. Sets up a 1st and 10. UAB looking to score again here, but Anderson Miller, what a rush that was. He was not picked up. The running back could not find him fast enough. Miller gets to the quarterback again. 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Handoff to Reeves. Nowhere going. The defense smelled that one out and stopped him. So 4th and 6. They don't trust their kicker. They don't trust him. And here Brown gets sacked. And the defense for Old Dominion gets a big win because UAB apparently has a very poor kicker. And they did not trust him to take the field goal. So there they went for it. A minute 14 for Josh Silva to try and get at least 3 points for his team. Look at this pass. What a pass to Adrian Bush. Perfectly placed over the top. The defender could not get it. This was tight one-on-one coverage here. Let's look. Not initially, but here's tight one-on-one coverage. And Bush has the size, and the throw was great to make that play happen. Beautifully done. A minute to go for Silva. 1st down. Nobody seems open, but Dixon found underneath. Now a beautiful juke move gets the 1st. Stops the clock momentarily. They're going to go right down the field. Can they do it, though? Josh Silva finds Philip Dickens. Another 1st down. What they need to get those 1st downs. Free timeouts, at least for a brief moment until the ball is spotted. 1st and 10 now. Josh Silva looking to pass. Finds Kevin Privet, who's going to try and make his way to the sideline. Can't do it, but the passing game is working on this drive. UAB has not found a way to stop it. 2nd and 10. As we look for a screen. Spellman catches it. He'd be better off not catching it. ODU takes a timeout. Setting up 3rd and 11. Trips to his right side. Silva rolls off to his right. The lefty looking now, throws. He's got Philip Dickens. What a block, and it's a touchdown. Spellman seals the block for the touchdown. Oh, what a pass this was. Everybody got a piece of this play. 11 seconds left. What a throw. What a catch. And Spellman allowed that touchdown to happen because Dickens might have been stopped short by a couple yards there. But a great block sealed that touchdown. And it's a 10-7 lead going into halftime, assuming nothing happens on this Hail Mary play by UAB. The Blazers are going to go all out. It's going to be knocked away. Well done. Going to halftime with a 10-7 lead after a great finishing drive in that half. Silva passed his way very well. And I have noted your guys' comments on the inconsistency and the disappointments that Silva has had. But we do look at this season as a very big success, and he has done well in the passing game. I think there's a lot of improvements to be had in the future, and we look very good offensively for Old Dominion. I will continue recruiting other quarterbacks, though we'll see how the future goes. But for now, the future is number 5 and number 22, among others, on this offensive side of the ball for Old Dominion. This is halftime. Checking out some of the highlights, Anderson Miller had a good half, rushing the quarterback. Very well done. The defense didn't give up too much, some bad tackling on a few plays, a few running plays they shouldn't have given up. But overall, it was not a bad half for Old Dominion, considering the conditions, considering how a few things went there. 158 pass yards, that's just in the first half. Old Dominion generally does not outpass its rushing yards. At least not at halftime, and not by 100 yards there. Well, technically 99, but there you go. Those are your stats at halftime as we go into the second half, leading by 3. 2nd and 7, I formation for UAB, and a nice block by the fullback. Lets Reeves get about 5 yards. The Blazers need to find some more consistency on offense. They go 5 wide on 3rd and 3. Good grief. Not the decision I would have made, but here they go. We're going to spread everybody out. J.J. Green does get the first down. He's their number 1 target, leading receiver on the year. 2nd and 6. As Brown lines up under center. Again, a draw play, and Reeves stuffed. Rob Mahan meets him right in the mouth. Maybe Reeves thought he had more room than he actually did. 3rd and 7 now. Brown finds Green, who drops it. He just somehow drops it in a lucky break for the defense because he would have had the first down for sure. Silva gives it off to Taylor, who fights his way for 5 yards. Short of the marker, but well fought, well earned yardage there under center Silva. We don't see too many under center snaps anymore for Old Dominion as we did when Taylor Heineke was at quarterback, even though he was a very good passer. He had an unfortunate end to his career. 1st and 10 for Silva as he drops back, and it's Connor Martin having himself a nice day. Nice catches made by Martin today. You'd think with the snow the passing would be slowed down, but Silva seems to thrive in this environment right now. Silva hit as he throws a poor, very poorly advised throw, and this one's going to go all the way. Missed tackling, but what are you going to do? It's offensive players. They don't tackle very much. This was a throw that should have never ever happened. Just got to eat the sack or throw it away, whatever, but sometimes you get tunnel vision, get this idea that you need to get rid of it. And look at this. This is why they don't trust their kicker. He flat out misses this extra point. This was one of the worst extra points I've ever seen in my life. There was not that much wind, okay? There was not that much wind. That was one of the worst, just terrible extra points I've ever seen in my life. Simmons back to return the ensuing kickoff. Look at this. He's got some room to work with down the sideline. He doesn't take it all the way, but he takes it 51 yards. Simmons does a great job to help the offense out, get them past midfield. Well done. Hand off to David Dixon here for a first down. He's had some nice runs today. Maybe run the ball a little bit more, because UAB has had a harder time stopping that than they have the pass. Silva rolling and almost throws another interception. Defender had his back to the ball, so he didn't realize it. And yes, Silva is down and injured. A double whammy there. 3rd and 6. David Washington comes in now, looking to throw in a bad pass. Haven't seen too much of Washington this season. He's only come on cleanup duty every once in a while. A 50-yard field goal attempt for Anthony White is good. quite the opposite kicking games we're seeing here. White is a very, very good kicker, while UAB seems to have no kicking game whatsoever. They're lucky to make their first extra point. So we are tied at 13 after all this. Late in the third quarter, well, about 2 minutes to go here, Brown's going to take off. He has some room in the middle, so why not take off? He throws a stiff arm, 17 yards. He's not a fast guy, but when called upon, he can certainly run with the ball. Brown will throw to the sideline. What a catch. What a catch by Height. 2nd and 7 as we jump ahead. Brown looking deep. Oh, Morris. How was he that open? All the coverage over there. Morris, can't believe he didn't quite get in. He was down shy of the goal line, and they give the ball to the fullback, Hoffman, who staves off an initial tackle that nearly brought him down. UAB takes the lead right back from Old Dominion after that tie game. My goodness, here. This is quite a game we have going. Dixon stuffed for a loss of 1, and that's it. 3 quarters in the bank. 20-13, the Blazers are leading. The boys in blue got to get things together if they want win number 10 today on Senior Day, even though the conference championship will be played at the host of the team with the best record. And look at Brandon Ellison. I told you guys this guy has a future. Number 88 is quite a talented receiver. He's going to be a big part of this offense, I believe, as well here. Option for Silva. Something that worked quite well against Middle Tennessee. Yes, Silva is back. He only suffered a mild concussion earlier in the game. So 2nd and 5, now handoff to Dixon out of the pistol. He's been getting the job done. When he needs to get first downs, he's been doing it. 1st and 10 now. We're looking to try and get the tie. Silva finds Martin in the flats. Beautifully done. He fights. Oh my goodness. He just bowled over those defenders to make sure he got that first down. Now we're at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. Things are looking great for Old Dominion on this drive. Dixon, look at that hole he had to run through. Almost put it in the end zone. 7 of 11 Old Dominion is on 3rd down. One of their best performances on 3rd down on the season. Spellman on a middle screen gets the touchdown and an extra point away from tying this one. Look at those stats. Silva, 18 of 27, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns. The unfortunate interception is in there. A couple interceptions, right? Regardless, tied at 20, 5 minutes to go. UAB with the ball now to try and regain that lead they so desperately want. They want to get 6 and 6. They want to at least have a chance at getting to a bowl game. At 5 and 7, that is not very likely. JJ Green, though, not a good decision. I don't know if Green had so much momentum that he had to go out of bounds, or if he could have turned it upfield. But a poor decision in either case leads to an end of a drive now. Old Dominion throwing the ball around. They want to win this game. They want to put it away. No overtime. We don't want overtime. Harvey Taylor gets 2 yards on that one. 1st down. Things are looking great. Old Dominion has been driving. Their offense has looked very solid when they've been playing well. It's been great. Look at this throw. Beautifully done. And who is that? It's Reese. It's a new face, new name. Lawrence Reese. Another guy who has a bright future in the receiving corps. We'll see how he progresses in future seasons. But this was a nice throw. Silva knew Reese had the speed and separation. He was up against the linebacker, and that was a very favorable matchup there. 3rd and 4. Now it's going to be an option out of the shotgun. Silva is going to be stopped inches short with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. I'm getting ahead of myself talking. I'm so excited. Old Dominion elects to go for it. Silva on a QB sneak, and he does get the 1st down. Felt it was too long of a field goal to try, and now we're approaching the end of the game. 20 seconds. Silva back to pass on 3rd and 4. And Martin does get the 1st down. What a catch, a crucial catch to get them that much closer to set up a game-winning field goal if they don't score a touchdown. Taylor gets the handoff. His job was to keep it in the middle of the hash marks. Almost didn't, but he got bounced back into the middle. Timeout with 2 seconds left. Old Dominion is going to go right here for the game-winning field goal. Anthony White. This is not a very long field goal at all. He can make this. He made a 50-yarder earlier. It's up and it sneaks right in. Almost didn't quite make it. Snuck it right in the right upright there. Very close. But a good field goal is good. And Old Dominion walks off with their 9th win in a row. Finished the regular season a 10-2 record and only one loss in conference play. That was to Western Kentucky early in the season, if you guys remember that very close and unfortunate loss for Old Dominion. But Old Dominion will be hosting the Conference USA Championship game. The team with the best record in the conference gets to host it. So we'll be right back here at SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, Virginia for a conference championship battle. You'll find out who that is in moments here. But 23-20 win. The Monarchs get the job done against UAB. It was a lot closer than it had to be. And as you can see, we're still a long ways away from being a dominant team if we can't get big wins against UAB and Middle Tennessee type teams. Going to have a hard time against the big time powers of college football, but it is only year 3. You still have a lot of building to do and making this team into something special. But right now in the Conference USA, we are a special team, 10-2, 7-1. Look at those stats for Silva. Definitely passed his way to greatness today, despite 2 interceptions. Things did go very well. All right, so now we're going to move to Week 15. It's just a bye week, kind of wrapping up the regular season here for Old Dominion. And I promise next season I will definitely go more in depth with recruiting because I haven't been as good at doing that. Year 4 will definitely be a lot of recruiting and things like that I'll focus more on. So the videos will probably be a little bit longer due to that fact, just so you guys know there. Old Dominion, 9 wins in a row. It's been a nice run, and now we can cap it off by going into the conference championship game with a victory in mind. Here's Chad Newman, outside linebacker, we're looking at here. Potential 67 overall, which isn't bad for an incoming freshman. We're battling with Miami University in Ohio. Eric Bracken, he's decided to lock us out, which is kind of annoying. I hate it when that happens, but we're going to break the lock. Feel like he's worth it at the defensive tackle position. If not immediately, he'll be a future guy to help out, at least at depth initially. We have a big lead with Pierre Brooks. He's not the most prized recruit. He's not the best, but he is a guy we can try to develop and at least have in the depth charts. If nothing else, if he doesn't pan out, we can just cut him. That's just how it goes. And Charles Barber, 2 stars, but he's 6'6", 234. So he's tall, he's not big though. Nick Porter out of Wilsonville, Oregon. We're still working on him, and we're in the lead with Mike Robertson, defensive end position. So we haven't had the best recruiting class this year. It hasn't been all that great. It's been a struggle to get the right recruits. But we do have a good base with the players we have going forward already on the team. So perhaps, this is what we needed, so next year we can go a little more aggressive on recruiting, try and pull in some bigger time players to get this program moving further. Charles Barber and Pierre Brooks both commit. Chad Newman unfortunately went to Miami University, so we lose him. But we got 2 more recruits, which is helping out shore up our class a little bit more. Check out the coaches poll at the end of the regular season. Navy, number 6. Navy. TCU at number 8. You can see Georgia Tech, Stanford, number 1 and 2. It's kind of a weird season here. Lots of teams at 9 and 3. Look at all the 8 and 4 teams, all those guys. And look at this. Our first ever appearance in the poll. Our first ever top 25 appearance. Finally. It took winning 9 games in a row, winning 10 games overall to get in. We can't even get the BCS rankings yet, but we did make the polls at least. There you go. 10-2, 7-1 champions of the East Division. We'll be taking on Tulsa, champions of the West Division, which was a significantly weaker division. We'll get you a preview of that game. Look at Tulsa. Not the most dominant team, 25 points a game, just under 400 yards of total offense. But we'll have to see how things pan out. Old Dominion has really struggled with the turnover difference this season. -13, that's one of the worst in the country. But look at Tulsa on a winning streak of their own. It's a 7 game winning streak. So somebody's streak is going to end in this conference championship game. Silva 70 yards away from passing for 2,000. Dixon's already crossed that 1,000-yard rushing mark, 12 touchdowns, as you can see. It's been a heck of a season. So I will see you guys next time, as you can see who to look out for in the Tulsa game, as we'll be playing for our first ever conference championship game. Hope to